Hey guys, this is Stephanie at Shine Notebooks, and today I am doing a Top 5 Wednesday. This week's Wednesday is books you were spoiled for. This list was hard to make because thankfully I haven't been seriously spoiled for stuff that I actually really cared about. The first one is going to be Harry Potter. I didn't grow up reading Harry Potter, part of that generation, but I just didn't. I finally watched most of the movies in college. I think I watched like 1 through 5, and I definitely liked them a lot. And you know, of course, being part of that generation, I had heard a lot about Harry Potter, like even in book wise, and I was not afraid to ask questions. So like I would ask my big Harry Potter nerd friends everything they could possibly tell me, especially like when the last book came out. And yeah, it was a good time. I eventually did read the books and I loved them. I mean, I really loved just like the atmosphere that J.K. Rowling provided. My second one is going to be a weird YA retelling back when like retellings were really becoming a thing. This is called Juliet Immortal. And it has like this funny thing happening where basically Romeo like kills Juliet on purpose and both of their souls are like constantly reincarnated and like fighting each other. So this was when I was really starting to get into Goodreads. I was really realizing not to read all the reviews ever because I was spoiled by like one thing. And even though it didn't really show up until the epilogue, I was still looking forward to it for the whole book, so that kind of like ruined the anticipation for me. This is another Goodreads thing, is when they have really descriptive tags. So this one for me was for I Am Princess X. So one of the greatest mysteries of the book was kind of revealed to me. And it happens pretty early in the book, but I was still kind of devastated because I really liked that intrigue of what was happening. And now my top two are going to be my biggest spoilers, where I was pretty mad that they happened. The fourth one here is going to be Catching Fire, of course, Hunger Games #2. I was actually borrowing the books from my boyfriend's younger cousin, and just one day when I was gonna borrow Catching Fire, she was just like, hey, guess what? And she just opened it up to the last page where I saw the last line. And I think you guys know what the last line is, but I was so mad. And everybody was like, why would you do that to her? So they were all mad at her for showing me that spoiler, and she was just like, nah, whatever. That would have been nice to have that last line be like a shocker, like it was supposed to be. And lastly, we have The Fault in Our Stars. The Fault in Our Stars was becoming pretty popular around this time. You know, the movie was coming out, stuff like that. So I kind of thought eventually I would read it. One day, out of nowhere, this girl just randomly decided to put in like those big header words, just a reminder that this day, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the heck? It wasn't tagged or anything. I messaged her and she basically said like, well, you know, you should have known anyway. Like there's no way that the spoiler wouldn't have shown up another time. So it was basically like, sorry, not sorry. I unfollowed her and I will never watch any of her videos again because it turns out she was an early day booktuber, I guess. Those are my top 5. None of them were super heartbreaking except for the last 2. And yeah, spoilers are kind of a weird thing, you know, sometimes you're okay with them and sometimes you just want to be protected intensely. Anyway, is there any big spoilers that you guys experienced or any spoilers that you were looking for? So for example, you know, stuff with me and Harry Potter. Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. First one is more reviews. In the brief history of my channel, I've only done one review, and it's sort of covered